Link TV, connecting you to the world. Link TV is viewer supported. Watch more at linktv.org.
Hello, I'm Aimee Allison, your host for this Link TV special, Occupation or Apartheid. When you watch network coverage of this conflict, it's almost homogenous, with dueling sound bites from experts and pundits who have little connection to the land or the people. But here on Link TV, we're showing you something very different. We'll be bringing you two journalists who weren't afraid to take the risks to uncover the truth. Two men born and rooted in Jerusalem. And in this region, they are the rarest of all things, an Israeli and a Palestinian who became friends. Friends who returned to their homeland together to ask tough questions about its future. Their journey became a film called Occupied Minds. Now, joining me in the Link TV studio are the two men behind Occupied Minds, Link TV's Vice President of International News, Jamal Dajani, and David Michaelis, Vice President of Current Affairs. I want to begin by asking you, Jamal, how the two of you became friends.
Well, we met right here at Link TV more than 8 years ago. David came from Israel to help build this network, and I came to produce a show called Mosaic World News from the Middle East. And you know, we grew up in the same town in Jerusalem, but I always say, you know, Jerusalem is a tale of two cities, where the Palestinians live on one part of the town, which is East Jerusalem, and the Israelis live, of course, in West Jerusalem. We interact, but it's more like we don't connect. Right here in San Francisco, where we're working together, we met 8 years ago, and since then we became friends.
And David, would this have been possible in Jerusalem?
On a personal level, it would be possible, but on a functioning media group that tries to represent the Middle East, never. Because polarization in the city itself and among Jews and Arabs is such that really working as a team, reporting on the same issue together would not be possible. But on a personal level, yes.
Do you find in the United States it's easier to ask the tough questions, or do you also feel restricted in the mainstream dialogue about the conflict?
Well, I definitely feel that the dialogue inside mainstream media is restricted. I think that only on Link TV you can find an Arab and Jewish media team working together. There is no such newsroom anywhere else in the United States. In addition to which, that I believe that the Jewish community finds it very difficult to think outside what I call the ghetto without walls. They find it difficult to break out of the consensus. They're afraid to speak out because they get censored immediately. So I think we are a unique kind of Link TV media team.
Jamal, I want to ask you in a moment, after we see a bit of the beginning of your film, we're going to bring in independent writer and editor Joel Shatlit to talk more about his view. Why is it important to bring in someone who's writing and covering the events as they unfold right now?
Well, Joel Shatlit is an expert on what goes on the ground in Israel and in Palestine, someone who lived in the United States but also spent a lot of time in Israel. He's written a book, Israel versus Utopia. I find him to be one of the experts on the development of the state of Israel from that utopian perspective from the Jews living in diaspora and what is going on the ground today.
Link TV is the only U.S. network dedicated to global and national news, uncompromising documentaries, and diverse cultural programs. Programs which connect you to the world. To learn more, visit linktv.org.